Let's face it, if you want to start using modules in Foundry VTT, it can be very hard to know where to start. The module browser in Foundry is very basic and doesn't really let you filter too much to understand where you should begin. Let me fix that for you. In this video, I'm going to give you my 10 essential Foundry VTT modules that you should start with to get the most out of Foundry when you start. Oh, and you're going to want to stick around for the last module on the list. It's a super useful one. Hi there, my name is Foundry, your VTT wizard. I have over 300 hours in Foundry VTT. On this channel called Dice and Easy, I give you VTT tutorials and daily TTRPG memes as YouTube shorts. So if you're interested in any of that stuff, hit that subscribe button down there. Now, before we jump into the modules, I have a few disclaimers that we need to get through. Firstly, I'm using the latest stable version of Foundry version 10. Yes, I know version 11 is out now, but many modules haven't been updated to support version 11 yet. And I want to wait at least 1 month before I update to version 11 so that there can be some further patches. So I can't guarantee that these modules all work in other versions than Foundry version 10. Secondly, I'm using the D&D 5e system to showcase these modules, so I can't guarantee functionality with other game systems. And lastly, if there are any dependent modules that these modules ask you to install, always remember to install them as well, otherwise the module won't work properly. With that out of the way, let's roll into the first module. You know what every VTT should have? 3D dice. Foundry Core doesn't have 3D dice, but Dice So Nice is the module to add them. With this module, if you or your players make a roll, you will see your roll represented with a 3D dice roll. And not only do you get 3D dice, but also a fantastic customization menu that lets you customize the font, texture, and material of each dice. And you even get to choose what kind of table surface sound your dice will make when rolling. Just remember that if you or your players are having performance issues with Dice So Nice, there is a performance tab in the module settings that allow you to lower some parameters to improve performance. This module is essential for new people to Foundry, and it's because with Dice So Nice alone, the quality of your games will immediately shoot up significantly. I feel like with online games, you lose out on the joy of rolling physical dice, and this module helps to bridge that gap. What can I say about GM Screen that hasn't already been said before? I don't know. GM Screen will make sure that WotC never sends the Pinkertons to your door? That probably hasn't been said before. But in all seriousness, this module is a paramount tool for any GM using Foundry. What it does is add a little tab at the bottom of your screen, and when you click it, a digital GM screen opens up before you. This GM screen is fully customizable, allowing you to select how many rows and or columns a single cell spans, and inside of any of these cells you can insert a journal page, actor, image, video, or even a PDF. And that's not all. You can also add additional tabs to the GM screen, and if you want to give access to your players to a tab, you can easily do so by turning sharing on. How I like to have GM screen set up is to have all my campaign and session notes in the first tab, then on the second tab I have reference images for the abilities and skills of D&D and appropriate difficulty levels for each. On the third tab I have reference images for the conditions and states of D&D, along with size categories and a couple of useful randomization tables. On the fourth tab I have references for weapons and armor, and on the fifth tab some different words to use for describing damage taken in combat to bring variety in my descriptions. On the sixth tab I have voice acting references so that I can easily come up with a new NPC voice in a pinch. On the seventh tab I have a list of the deities of my campaign, and on the last tab I have a player cheat sheet that players can check to see what they can do in one round of combat easily. This last tab is shared with the players so they can check it whenever they want. I know you're already scrolling down to the comments to ask me to share these reference images, so I've got you covered. You can find a link to download them in the description box below. Just leave me a like and subscribe while you're down there looking for the link. Rain, fog, or the feeling of being underwater. FXMaster is the module that allows you to use effects as special effects, particles, or filters to create a more immersive atmosphere in your scenes. For example, you could add rain and thunder flashing in a scene to create the feeling of a stormy night, or bloom and clouds to create an overcast day. Let your imagination go wild with these effects. One thing to note is that these effects can have a notable impact on your performance, especially on larger maps, so if some of your players are struggling while these effects are on, ask them to go to the module settings and to disable the effects. This will only disable the effects for them, not for anyone else. I absolutely love this module because it allows me to add more atmosphere to my scenes and to create a more immersive experience for my players. On top of that, adding and adjusting the effects isn't too complex. This next module, Dice Tray, is a simple but very effective module. It adds a small section at the bottom of the chat panel where you can click on dice images to easily roll the desired dice. In addition to that, you can also add any modifiers and advantage or disadvantage to your rolls. This might not seem like a big deal, but this streamlines the process of rolling dice for you and your players. And in my opinion, anything that makes the experience of using Foundry smoother and easier for users is a valuable addition. Drag Ruler is similar to Dice Tray in that it adds a small but very useful feature. Now, whenever you move your token, you are shown the distance your token is moving while you are dragging it. The module also shows in yellow when you're moving outside your regular movement range and would be sprinting, and in red when you are outside your sprint range. Again, this seems like a small thing, but it improves the user experience of Foundry, so another valuable addition in my mind. Do you get frustrated trying to calculate how much money you need to add to your character sheet, and then also having to convert from silver to gold or gold to platinum? I mean, who uses Electrum anyway, right? Well, Lazy Money has you covered. You can simply write plus or minus the amount of money you are getting in your character sheet, and the module will automatically calculate how much the new total comes to. And it also does currency conversion for you too. Also, Lazy Money now supports the same automated calculation for HP and experience points. We have powerful computers nowadays, so why not let them do this kind of menial calculation for us? Did you know that some Foundry core and module settings are global, meaning they affect all users in your world, and some are just for the client, meaning they only affect that specific user? Why would you know this, since there's no indication of it happening? Also, how do you know which is which? That's where DF settings clarity comes in. This module adds a little globe icon for global settings and a person icon for client settings. On top of that, the module adds a fuzzy search function in the settings, which means that the search tries to look for things close to what you write rather than exactly what you write. Now you won't have to guess which settings are affecting all users and which ones just a specific user. Don't you just wish that you could simply click a scene to open it rather than having to right-click and select View Scene? Monk's Scene Navigation does just that. Now you can simply left-click on a scene and you will view it. On top of that, the module also forces all scenes onto a single role in your Scene Navigation HUD and lets you have them in folders. This makes it easier to organize your scenes and reduces clutter on your screen. Lastly, the module adds little icons so that you can easily tell which scene you are currently viewing and which one is active. This is handy when you want to look into a scene before your players are brought in. This module makes it much nicer to navigate scenes quickly, and as a GM, I can also easily see which scenes the players are on if I'm viewing another scene. When you add a character to a map, the token is just the square character image, which doesn't feel like a token. It doesn't feel like you're moving a token around a virtual table, but it doesn't have to be like that. Tokenizer gives you a powerful and easy to use tool to create stylish tokens for all of your characters. Now, when you click on your character's portrait in the character sheet, a new window opens where you can make a token for yourself. All you need to do is add the portrait to the token side, choose a token border, and adjust the image to your desired position and size, and voila! Now you can have proper tokens for all of your characters in your games, and it just takes a few clicks. If you want a deeper dive on this module, I have a video where I go through Tokenizer in detail. It's going to be linked on the upper right-hand corner of the screen right now. This last one is a real automation powerhouse. Midi Quality of Life, or Midi QoL, provides you with automation for a whole host of D&D mechanics that will save you time and makes sure you won't forget them. Here are what it automates. Automatically roll attack and damage rolls, automatically roll saving throws and or prompt players/GMs to roll saving throws, automatically check if an attack roll hits, automatically apply damage to targets, taking into account damage immunities, automatically apply active effects to targets, and automatically apply/remove concentration. Again, I absolutely love automation and I see it as Foundry's major strength. Automation can speed up playing the game and provide smoother overall experience for everyone in the game. This is why Midi QoL is an absolute must-have, and on top of that, this module is used by many other modules for additional automation elements, so with this module, you will be able to expand to other modules in the future. Okay, let's recap. You have Dice So Nice for gorgeous 3D dice, GM Screen for an amazing digital GM screen to keep yourself organized, FXMaster for beautiful visual effects on your scenes, Dice Tray for handy buttons that allow you to easily roll dice, drag rulers so you can easily see how far you're moving and how far you can move, lazy money to take care of calculating currency and handling currency conversion, DF settings clarity to know which settings affect all users and which ones specific users, Monk's scene navigation to make scene navigation a breeze, Tokenizer to create stylish tokens with just a few clicks, and Midi QoL for powerful automation, which will also set you up for future module expansion. With these 10 modules, you'll be set for a great start with Foundry VTT. Go forth, try these modules out, and let me know what you thought about them in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you like all of these modules. Also, if this video helped you out, I would ask you to like the video and subscribe to my channel because those things really help me reach new people on YouTube. I also stream on twitch.tv/diceandeasy every Monday and Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern European Standard Time, which is 8 a.m. Pacific and 11 a.m. Eastern. Come on over and talk VTTs and TTRPGs with me live. Link to my channel is also in the description box below. And on the screen right now, you're going to see a video of mine where I take you through the major new features of Foundry VTT version 11. Check it out to see all the cool new things in version 11, including proper windows and compendium folders. Thanks a lot for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.